What's up, guys? It's Marf. It is September 19, 2018, at about 10:20 p.m. my time. There was a couple updates that I wanted to give you. One being, I'm getting all these comments saying, "Hey, you're clickbait and all this" on my Dutchsinse quits forecasting video. First off, I was using his own words. He said he was quitting, in fact, 2 days in a row. He apparently has made a forecast and is not quitting. So I think that most people are happy about that. That's a good thing. In my personal opinion, I believe that there were real agencies like civil defense threatening to put him in jail. So obviously, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if civil defense was, sending me messages, whatever. I think things got a little bit of blown out of proportion, and then he quit. So I was just passing that along. I don't feel it's clickbait because that's exactly what happened. On top of that, I got a very strange email, which I told my live stream about last night, about this Brunswick nuclear facility. There are FBI there. And what I'm asking is why. So I could kind of see, say, local law enforcement getting FBI to maybe help with security or something like that. Maybe it's a smaller town and the law enforcement can't handle it, or I don't know. First off, I would think that the regular staff, I mean, who's trying to go into a nuclear facility? I don't know. You would think that they would have fences, all this kind of stuff. But I was going to read you the email that I got, and then you guys can make a judgment for yourself. It says, "Hi, Mark or Marv. Sorry, not quite sure if that's right. I was told I should tell you about what happened to me from my brother-in-law. I have a storage property about 6 acres right off East Leonard Street, very close to the Brunswick plant, and I cannot access my property because I was told the area was inaccessible but not evacuated by the local police." Now, keep in mind that this part of North Carolina was not under mandatory evacuation. I had to do all sorts of looking to find out. I was thinking this guy shouldn't be there in the first place, but apparently this was a voluntary evacuation area and a lot of people stayed. And then let me continue. He says, "I have several boat projects that are not complete sitting in my yard, and I was worried about them floating away because I didn't really think to tie them up. They were sitting on dry land before the storm. I decided to go back to my property through the woods passage to check because I figured it's my property, and the deputy said himself it wasn't an evac. I had my frogs togs on, which I had to look up last night. They're like angler pants. And I'm walking through when I get stopped by a group of wet-suited dudes that declared that they were FBI and the area was not accessible. I explained that it was bullshit. Unless they could show me proof that I legally can't be on my own property, then I'm going to ask them to leave instead. They then became much nicer, but at the same time told me that because the land was flooded from Cape Fear, that they did have jurisdiction. They then escorted me, in all caps, on my own property and let me check my belongings. Everything was still there, so I was content, but I still do not know why FBI, all caps, are involved in the first place." Well, anyways, thank you, Mark. It's Marf, by the way. Hope that gives you some insight. Have a good day. Blank, blank. So obviously the solar observatory, that ended up, they had a perfectly good story for it, and it's almost believable. I still don't know what to think about that. It was very odd. They closed it down for like a week. People were walking around. There was no really guards there telling them to leave. There was people doing YouTube videos. People even made trips there to do that kind of video. But as far as why are FBI around the nuclear facility, not at the nuclear facility? Now, on the live stream that I did last night, we pulled it up on Google Maps. We went down to East Leonard, and there is, on Google Maps, a property with like 6 or 7 boats that are just sitting there in the grass. Now, mind you, this is an area that's above where it ever floods because they have a 20-foot wall that protects it from flooding. So they basically turned off this nuclear facility, which is built the same way that the Fukushima facility is built. Apparently, it's the same design, and that I could be wrong on, but that's what people are telling me. What I want to know is, why are FBI all over the place? Why are these events happening in concurrence? It's like now we have apparently a base shut down. And I'm still getting the information about this, but this is on the West Coast in California. One of the bases is shut down, and FBI is there as well, and Homeland Security. Now, with everything that's going on, I just don't know what to think about it. So, on top of that, I will say, I just wanted to mention this. Every single week, we've had multiple asteroids. Publications like Express do these sensationalist articles saying, asteroid the size of the Big Ben is passing by us in the next few hours, or a asteroid the size of the Pyramid of Giza. But it's been every single day we see this same kind of article, and it's like, why are there so many asteroids passing through? Are we going through something? Why is there so much asteroid activity? I never remembered this. Like, even last year, we didn't have this kind of stuff every single day. Is it because people are interested in it? I don't know. But I am looking into the fact that they just said that they finished the asteroid deflection program like 3 years early, and how China is desperately seeking for pilots. Like, they're going out and they are scouring the country, is what they said, to get pilots for their new carriers that they haven't even built yet in some cases. And then there's multiple articles connecting that with us trying to recruit and trying to get this big thing together. They're spending $1 billion on landing craft. That's us, just in the next couple years. So what are they preparing for? It's like people just really don't want to see it. They don't want to talk about it, and I get it. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to be preparing my show for my other channel. I really appreciate you guys. I'll be making more edited videos, and really want to thank you guys. So have a good night. Be safe. Be prepared, and watch out. Again, Cascadia subduction zone. 3 earthquakes supposedly happened and that were not reported in Oregon. People are saying it all over basically the part with Seaside, saying that there were smaller shakers that USGS didn't report. I don't know if that's true. Maybe you guys can help me confirm that. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Again, be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.